Happy holidays! This is Troublesome Times. Unscripted, unedited, all done in one take. Because it's so easy, right? Since everyone else is doing it, I might as well be doing it too. Another episode of Troublesome Times at your convenience. When you're waiting to just open your presents already. Now, normally, most people would say Merry Christmas, right? And, well, I mean, I celebrate Christmas, and I make it pretty clear what faith I lean on. It doesn't bleed into my videos, though, because I do have someone near and dear to me that has been around since my teenage years. I've mentioned him a few times in my previous videos, kind of like a side character. The reason why I can really look at videos from a studious standpoint, found out that what I basically did in theater was, well, the first part of theater actually, was more like film study, but I really do think it helped me a lot. So, what does this have to do with anything? Well, I would, well, I shouldn't get too much into it for too long. So I will say is that, this is like one of the things he has said throughout the whole time. He says, when you don't celebrate Christmas, you will be left out. Well, that's pretty unfortunate because we certainly love his company. And anyway, so to get to the point here, even though I don't celebrate Hanukkah and I am not Jewish, I do try my best to include any other festivities that are around this time. And it's pretty neat. I feel like I learned a lot of new things because of that. Then it turns out I end up working with people that celebrate, let me see, Muslim. Yeah, they're Muslim. So yeah, one of the holidays is Ramadan, and I get pretty worried because that's a whole day of fasting. And oh man, I gotta mention this part later, but I have to be mindful when I buy, when I have to do things around the holidays. Kind of weird. It's a little weird because even though like they don't, even though like they need a bunch of these people I've mentioned right now, they don't celebrate Christmas or they haven't or don't really need to. Seems like they end up doing it anyway. It's kind of interesting. And okay, so plenty of you will be new. I like, here's a general rule a lot of YouTubers should follow. The latest video will always be somebody's first video, your whole introduction to you, your first impression. You keep that in mind and give them a reason to come back or to watch the rest of your stuff. And, oh no. Yeah, you give them a reason to come back and it'll be worth their time. I mean, hey, sometimes your most popular video is gonna be helpful in the long run. So, weirdly enough, after Anyone Can Sing, I ended up finding a place that I would say is more like a support system to me. And so, hello. A lot of you might be new to this. This might be your latest video of mine. And the weird thing is that I was never ever going to do a podcast, but then I keep seeing people hyping up these podcasts like, oh, the podcast's going to be great. I have all these great YouTubers around. It's going to be great and amazing. And then they stream like every single day live. Once I figure out how to do the live part, that's definitely going to be it. So I'm thinking, you know what? Would it be funny if I just end up doing it and I just talk to myself and see what happens? Turns out a lot of the people that do hype up their podcasts with the new school YouTube collabs, it seems like they always fall apart. And I think the reason that maybe is because a lot of the people that do collabs, they don't really think about the art. They think more of how it's going to bring people in. But the thing is, that's pretty insulting in my opinion to expect you, the viewer, to just suddenly like what I have to like because I bring, I don't know, Dawson in. Yeah, a little. Yeah, that's I know he's made some Christmas songs recently, and then recently he was saying some weird thing about how he wants to make more Christmas music, which that's also kind of, I don't know. I know a few friends of mine have said, "What did I think of that?" I tried to watch it, and once I finish I'm just pretty weirded out by the thing, but good for him. I hope like things will get better. Unfortunately, it's pretty hard to talk about Dawson in general because, I guess some people would laugh at this that you consider a YouTuber your friend, and it feels like, they are your friend and you're very young, and you think that people don't really understand you, and and then you kind of just want to like be that way, and um yeah, and it's like when I renounce my support, it feels like I've that it was a really hard thing to do, but there was a lot of things that I couldn't ignore anymore. And I think it would be his own good if he just laid back and just try not to be in this YouTube thing that he wants so much. But what am I gonna say about that? Um, and to be honest, don't. I hate to say that. I really do. Uh, um, I don't try to talk too much about that whole thing because not because I'm really embarrassed or ashamed that I ever supported or liked his stuff. It's more like there's a lot of things that it seems like you know this person, and then they're no longer your friend anymore. I think in a lot of ways, losing a friend hurts way more than anything. I mean, yeah, breakups are pretty painful. Plenty of stuff. I've been through that a lot of times. But I think losing a friend in some ways can be much worse because you think your friend is going to always be by your side, and and you think that it's going to be forever. Who else you're going to lean on when nothing else happens? And it's not easy. It's really not easy for me to hear about this stuff. Um sometimes um sometimes I feel like in a way I kind of feel like I've ignored a lot of stuff for too long, and I kind of wish I didn't. And there's nothing I don't know, there's nothing I could really do to prevent any of that. And then people think that I'm just joining in on this cancel thing, and I'm really not. I mean, I really do hope for the best, but um with everything, all this problematic stuff, some of this stuff is, I can't even think of it as, I can't see it as just jokes because there's a lot of stuff I've had to unlearn. There's a lot of things that I have to come to terms with, and and that can be not just Dawson, it could be just anybody you know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people feel that way about Miranda right now. Um, and as much as I can't stand Miranda or anything about her videos, oh god, I have seen a lot of those collabs with Joey Garcefa, for crying out loud. So I definitely did not have a choice. I don't know why the heck did I even watch those collabs. It was the worst thing on the channel. But anyway, that's another thing. Dawson introduced me to lots of people that seem to like pretty much cut ties now, and it's really bad when Trisha Paytas has like cut ties with you because she's like ride or die with you as a friend, and that was one of the things that woke me up. There's a lot of things that woke me up. Um, and so I don't really think I could consider him a friend anymore or somebody to stand by. And that's a really hard choice. I mean, it's like that one scene in Harry Potter. And that's a good thing I can use this mic now because I can be on my phone and just figure out what to do. But you know what? Don't worry. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to pay attention. Let me see if I can find that quote. Let me see here. All right. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. And it's true. It really is true. You know, you can either stand by by the people you think are going to be there for you, or you can just stand up for what's right and then maybe find better friends along the way. And of course, you know, I mean, it's fine. It's okay to be friends who turn out to be pretty bad people. It's okay to be to like somebody that turned out to be pretty bad. I mean, in these cases, it's good to separate the art from the artist so that way nothing can be ruined for you. I mean, there is a big project I want to work on, and I just know that this man keeps putting his foot in his mouth and keeps putting. I'm going to mention this around April. Oops. I'm going to mention this around there, and I know that he's like, oh man, around my parents' age, and he's pretty religious, and you know, I love his shows. I don't think a lot of people can deny that, you know, he's done some pretty good stuff, even if he did play second fiddle to Nick. So, well, I might as well say now since I'm giving too much away, right? Yeah, Butch Hartman. I mean, he did pretty problematic stuff too. Said pretty problematic things, and I can give him the benefit of the doubt. But at the end, you know, I don't want to be too critical of him. I don't think he should be nice either. I mean, I don't hate the guy. I just think that, you know, it's a little tone deaf, a lot of stuff that he says. But, you know, again, he's done two of my favorite shows, and maybe you'll find some references of stuff I make every once in a while. But why would I let that ruin that for me? And, you know, like, you can't just, that's just not a way to live life. And there's plenty of ways to come to terms with something. And that's how it is. Anyway, so, yeah, hi, plenty of new people. Thank you. Thank you. And so who are these new people that might be there? Well, here's a pretty interesting thing. Plenty of people do or do not know. I do make videos for fun. I make them by myself. And I have pretty much learned everything by myself. In case I don't ever mention this, I'll mention it briefly. I was in a community where I was 12 and everyone else was teenagers, and they were making a bunch of videos, and I thought it was fun, and I thought I'd give it a shot. I had like no resources growing up, and in a way I still don't, but I am trying. And like, okay, so I mean, for the most part, my family does support me. They believe in me and a lot of stuff I do, as long as I pretty much have myself together. So, but other than that, I'm pretty much on my own. I mean, they've seen my stuff. Thank you for whoever introduced that to me. I really do appreciate that you did tell my family that I do this stuff, because they basically pretty much said, "Oh, that's it? You were just laughing at them?" Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So yeah, thanks to you trying to pry into that and basically telling on yourself in the process. I mean, believe me, I mean, the only thing I was scared of was what's going to happen to you. But I don't know why people are so interested in that. I mean, trust me, ma'am, they are not as much into this internet people stuff as I do, as they would describe it. In fact, that's why I often use internet people, because that's how they describe it. Oh, How are you doing with the internet, people? I'm like, nobody ever says it like that. So yeah, they do know plenty of stuff. And now, whole point of bringing that up, I wish I was making this part up, by the way. I really do wish I was making up the part where somehow that I was they were bossing around my family that they tell me to delete everything I saw. That's got to be one of the most unhinged things you've got to do. And for one thing, why couldn't you face me? And how come, you're not really what do you thought was gonna happen, really? I mean, I was just laughing about it. Oh look, they told on me. Oh man, don't they realize that I'm not 16? I mean, maybe I sound 16, but still. Anyway, before this goes on for too long, yeah, thanks to that, they do ended up making their own videos, and it's not the same quality as mine, and they don't know how it works. So, the whole thing I do say is that it's pretty hard, and it feels like with every new video I make, I end up learning the new thing. Because my family are not video makers. They have no idea how any of this works. They have no idea what it's like to make them in the first place. And then I don't even go to school for it because there's nothing to teach you around here. And there's no market for any jobs like that around here. Not in comparison to everything else, like hospitality or translations or any of that. Travel is like a huge, huge thing here. So, oh boy. So I'm glad that I found something eventually. Getting a bit of advice, and maybe, just maybe, I can finally get that project I was working on. Like, okay, so in context, there is this, I don't want to give too much away. Like, this project is pretty much done, script-wise. I can add more. And this honestly started as a joke. Like, this story, it was about some game show, and everything about it was wild, and I was like the intro was a huge joke. I like it, the way it started is kind of really something. Seems like whenever I do stuff like this, it brings out my best. And then it turns out, plenty of my friends wanted more of this, and I'm like, can I even do this? So eventually, some of the characters in there, it's called Fireball, have appeared in the videos, but I can't do all of them, okay? It'd be funnier if I can get other people to do it, so I'm hoping that I can find some people who would be interested in this thing by now. And I really, really don't want this to be released yet. And yeah, it's a running gag. Like, and that's another thing. Apparently, if I do, like, this ever comes out at all, I'm gonna get sued for it. I actually saw, like, the people who ran it saying, "Oh, don't, if they make this thing with the same title, I'm gonna sue for everything." And I'm like, really? I wish this was all made up, by the way. So I thought I'd do a little funny. Like, for me, it takes a lot for me to actually get mad about stuff on the internet, as you can tell. Yeah. So I think I would address this now because it seems like for me, I just bring in a lot of people. I really hate that it seems like I'm something else, and then you're gonna find out there's a lot of stuff about me that you're gonna know. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope I did a new mic. I'm trying my best at it right now. It seems like I don't have to raise my voice as much, so I may sound completely different. And with this new mic, I also re-recorded my outro. I actually did like a more complete version of it, and I'm hoping I can get that done. No music, by the way. Oh, The day that I get music for that outro, it's gonna be complete. Once I hear the perfect sound for that, I got it. I got it. I don't know. I find out it seems like a lot of people um they try to get a reaction out of me, and well, I mean, if the reaction is laughing, it works. But if it's angry, forget it. Forget it. Like so. Again, addressing that. So anyway, this year it seems like for mine, it seems going to be really, really good. It seems like it turned out pretty good. I mean, people wanted videos in a strange way, I guess, to like make me look worse than I am. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll do that. Make them funny. Maybe you can laugh about how I sing a lot. I really, really did happen though, by the way. I really was I was threatened to be like arrested and sued and charged for singing. I wish I was kidding about that part too. I don't know. This is the beautiful thing about the internet though, that it seems like you will never ever get bored on with the internet. It's like that one thing. I'm going to borrow something or steal something from a show I love to watch. If there's anything I've learned in the past 25 years on the internet, you never know what's going to come through that door. And yeah, that's my whole point I want to make. I mean, these people do. It seems like I put in something specific, and then it stays in their head rent free. And then they were going to. Seems like it stays on their mind long enough that I start to notice it in the videos, and it's like, why? I didn't even think you guys remembered me. But hey, well, I mean, don't mind my audience. I'll do anything to keep them happy. Well, maybe not keep them happy exactly. Well, actually, no, definitely make them happy. Make them enjoy your videos and make them come back and watch them for sure. Oh, but of course, Christmas, right? Yeah, I'm stalling. I'm stalling. When was the last time I did something like this anyway? Anyway, Christmas. Before let me stall a little longer, actually. Because I'm a little nervous because I don't know, that's how I am. I am not very good at making first impressions at all. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should just play the Book of Mormon song. Hello, my name is Jack Wonderland Frost. Hello, hello. It's time to meet you. It's nice to meet you guys. Hello. I should just make a song, and then whenever I meet people, I should just play that from now on. I should pay somebody to record that. I'll sing it and I'll do it. Another running gag seems like when you watch these videos, I just sing about everything. That was one of them today. What can I say? Like to sing. I cannot believe people don't like singing. What is wrong with you? Bad singing, good singing, okay singing, my singing, their singing, your singing. Anyone can sing. Okay? I didn't watch like Dawson pull his red shorts up to his upper chest area and singing to the potential breakup song. Not to know this, okay? Anyway, and to the buddy that wanted that as a video Christmas card, I did it. Please stop asking me to watch that over and over. That's out of all the crazy things I've seen this man do, this guy, whatever. It's that. That is what's gonna break me. God. I really, damn it. I'm matching it. Why the hell was that on there in the first place? And, wow. Was he ever funny? I guess that's the biggest question I ask myself every year. Was he ever funny? According to Nick DeRamio, no. But according to today, yes. And maybe in the future, we'll give you money back. We'll still stand by your side, Dawson. Damn it. Oh, okay then. That's funny. No, 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 no. I guess the reason why I say Dawson, because when I was looking up more information to see if there's any updates regarding his wiki page, I find out that he's pulling a Madonna right now and is calling himself Shane. What the heck? When did Shane Dawson just turned into Shane? When? No, I'm kidding. I know he had a channel a long time ago, but everybody knows him as Dawson, like Shane Dawson. So, I mean, isn't it a little too late to change it now and just go by Shane? Well, it wouldn't be the first time someone's done something like that. I mean, Prince did some bizarre stage name change too, and I don't even know how I could explain that. I don't even think, well, to be fair, I don't even think the media back then could explain that. But yeah, my whole year since I'm singing and talking and doing videos once a week, water has become my best friend. For sure. For sure. Oh, no. I don't. Okay, so yeah, and and when you have to do these and not ruin your vocal cords like Miranda, yeah, this will definitely help you, especially if you're doing this a bunch of times. So, yeah, for anyone that tries to imitate my singing for some weird reason, I know it's might be funny to you if you ever hear it, and it might be thinking and going, "Ah, ah." I don't know, I just love onomatopoeia. You damn Miranda voice. Just sliding in here. If you do stuff like that and you don't warm up your vocals and drink water, trust me, your throat is gonna hurt the next day. And if I ever don't make a video about that, my advice, the reason why mine hasn't sound fried at this point, even though it should have been, is because I've been drinking water, warming up my vocals, and practicing. Definitely for sure. That's one of the things I had to learn when I was switching from my phone that I can use now in case I want to do 5 hours of streaming. And the one of the things I had to learn from the transition from a phone to an actual mic, this one's a Blue Yeti. The other one didn't pan out as well. Is that I raised my voice a lot when doing this. And so I had to chill. I probably am gonna have to do that still. Just so it doesn't hurt your eardrums when you're like waiting for to finally open your presents. Or maybe eat some dinner. And then get to the present. Okay. So yeah. Definitely deja vu right here that I'm stalling. Because now this was supposed to be funny. Damn it. Because now we get to talk about Christmas movies. I've talked briefly about Christmas music too. But crap, I was gonna do it. Okay, so my Christmas moments. What are we gonna do this Christmas? That's been an icebreaker I've been doing. So what am I gonna do for Christmas is that I have people coming over at my house for once on Christmas from, well, it was either here or Alabama, but God, that's gonna be fun. We're probably gonna do another, well, you guys call it a cookout, but we call it a grill out. We're probably gonna do another grill out, and I actually don't hate it because if you ever have that old man short ribs, which is what a lot I found out it was, but it's ribs for us. If you ever have my old man short ribs, it is the best thing you will ever have. I mean, God, I don't even have red meat as much, but as I used to. But now, I mean, the old man grilling is the only reason I still am not a vegetarian, like two of my cousins are. So, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like when you have my old man's short ribs, they are just magical. And the wings are pretty good too, and of course the steaks, really good, really good. And he's been branching out because I've been wanting a more balanced diet. So he's been working on making baked potatoes. And His idea of a baked potato is wrapping it in foil and grilling it forever. Loves it with butter and actually, yeah, butter. Yeah. Well, actually, it's not bad. No, it's really good when it's grilled, believe it or not. Yeah, yeah, no, I think, yeah. In Thanksgiving, I did mention the whole grill thing, so this is new. What can I say? Oh boy. Well, I do like to cook too. So anyway, and then another thing I gotta do is a Christmas party this weekend, right before I have a free day. Great. And then I have to get up at 6 in the morning the next day. That's gonna be fun. And it's weird because I tried to give out presents and then I didn't have enough money for presents because I have to buy stuff going no in another college semester. Well, I'm definitely gonna get my BA before I'm 30. I'm pretty sure now. Oh man. Yeah, that's another thing I did good this year. Straight A's. Really hard classes. Well, not hard, but harder than most people would expect it to be. And I got a few essays I'm working on. I'm hoping I can make that into videos. Seems like the booktube side of things needs some pizzazz. Well, no, not like, I mean, not that they don't have pizzazz, but I can bring some more pizzazz in booktube. Well, that's, I'm a writer. I write stuff. This is pretty much a improvised, all for nothing, whatever. And people love me, and if they hate me, well, turns out I just, this is what my friends like to say, I just reveal people's true colors. And I'm not sure what, how, I don't know. Maybe it's I'm a good luck charm or something. Or, well, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to make any jokes about that. The good luck charm thing about my feet. I mean, or something. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Anyway, so what kind of Christmas movies or music do you guys listen to? Yeah, This Christmas Life by Shane Dawson was one of my favorites. And that was because it did something different. You know what? In my opinion, Christmas music should be its own genre because there's so many Christmas songs that it is insane. Let me see. Okay, so let me do some hot takes about music. I'm tired of the Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. I love Jackson 5, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I love Jingle Bell Rock. Let me see what else is there. Santa Baby, please, never. Don't like that at all. I don't know. Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande. I don't know. It feels like it's trying to be Mariah in a way, huh? Okay. So, what else is there? Any Christmas songs? Jingle Bells, pretty wholesome. 12 Days of Christmas, goes on forever. Don't hate it, goes on forever. I'd rather listen to It's a Small World again. Oh, and fun fact, I'm from Florida, so I have listened to It's a Small World for so many times that I just love it now. I love It's a Small World, and I would rather listen to that again instead of 12 Days of Christmas. Oh, oh boy. Should have went to Disney World, huh? But it's just a hassle to go. And I only go at this point when other people want to go. Resident discount. But the weather, for the most part, is pretty nice. Right now, it's kind of cold for once. Great. I can have some hot chocolate today when I'm done with this. And then, let me see. What other songs do people like? Oh, yeah. And so, currently, my favorite one is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Christmas movies also should become its own genre because there's a ton of that too, huh? My favorite Christmas special, I'm gonna say, is You're a Mean One, Mr. Chris. Oh no. You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Pretty wholesome. me see. Peanuts. Nah, it's not bad. I can see it. Let's see what else. Ooh, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. That's a really good one too. Really good show. Did a Christmas episode, believe it or not. Really, really do like that because it did do something different. Oh, A Nightmare Before Christmas. Everybody's favorite Halloween and Christmas movie. Yeah, that's one of my family members' favorite Christmas movie. Okay, I can see it. I like it. I like it. Wouldn't call it my favorite though, but I do like it. Elf. Used to like it as a kid. Getting tired of it after everybody else does too, and I had to hear a bunch of screaming. Christmas Story. Like it. Like that too. Bad Santa. Definitely like that. Sequel. A hard pass on the sequel. See, there's so many of these. I can think of a handful on the top of my head, and I probably am going to list 10 by the time this podcast is done. So, what else? Christmas movies. Not planning to see Rap City, kids, by the way. Don't. No. I just know that's a waste of my time. And people who keep, like, bringing up that one, they're just. Believe me, I have seen way worse than that, and I just know that it's pretty much beating a dead horse at the how bad it is. Like, the worst Christmas thing ever. Duh. Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas. Oh my god. Oh man, I have seen his movie Spireproof, and damn, that one, dude, can't stand that. I pretty much know that Saving Christmas is going to be bad. I can tell. It's religious propaganda. We don't stand by propaganda on this channel. Oh, and there's another one I've seen. A very Harold and Kumar Christmas. If you got a bit of an open mind, that one I think it's not bad. Neil Patrick Harris is in it, and he's singing Christmas songs. That is the only reason worth watching, in my opinion. Yeah, another thing you're gonna learn, I do have friends. A lot of them happen to be stoners, so I ended up being around stoners, enjoying music, and stoner comedies. What can I say? Keep an open mind and you're gonna have a great time. You see, yes, I have seen a lot of strange stuff. It doesn't seem like it. I just saw one. It's called You Are My Home. Eh. Kind of felt it feels pretty like Hallmark quality movie. Maybe it is. I haven't done much. Oh boy. That one's like, eh. Let me see. Any other Christmas movies I've seen? Oh man, there's so many at this point. It's not even. I can go on forever. I could just have done this whole podcast talking about the movies I've seen, the movies I don't seen. Tier list of that. Oh man, no. No, I'm not doing a tier list. I'm not even going to do it critical style because that's one of the easiest videos to make. It's easier than doing this podcast, actually, because at least in the podcast, I could make up things from the top of my head. I'm seriously talking out of an outline right now, and this outline is pretty much there. Oh boy, that takes more effort than doing a tier list, in my opinion. Okay, it's even a top 10s list that people are pretty much tired of. I'm a sucker for. My guilty pleasure. Even that takes more effort because you have to at least list stuff and explain why you like it. And in here, you just click something from Tier Maker and you do that. I could have done that. It could have saved me like an hour doing this. But, it's more fun to figure out things, what kind of Christmas movies I saw, and what is in my brain. Oh, no, I just remembered now. Does anyone else remember that movie that they show every year? Grandma got run over by a reindeer. I mean, it wasn't bad the first time, but after seeing that every single year, I am just done with that movie for sure. And fun fact, there is singing like in a lot of that movie. Man, God, whose idea was to do that? Let me see. Any other Christmas stuff that we can talk about? Huh? Oh dear. Oh wait, no, this isn't a Christmas movie. I'm looking this up right now on my phone because my phone isn't my mic anymore. Adam Sandler's Eight Crazy Nights. That's not a Christmas movie. Why is it? I wish I was kidding too about that. I wish I was making this up. I wish I was that creative. But, truth is stranger than fiction. Eight Crazy Nights is a Hanukkah movie. Oh well. Ooh, one of my favorites. Rise of the. Well, that's not. Rise of the Guardians isn't a Christmas movie either. That's an Easter movie. I don't know. I like the heck out of that movie. Let me see. Mickey's Christmas. Those are really good. Of course, Medea making Christmas. Oh boy. Medea. Probably the reason why people know what Atlanta, Georgia is right now. Recent. Oh, fun fact. I spent most of my Christmases in Atlanta, Georgia, and Snow Mountain. Well, that's the event they called it. Stone Mountain. Very great. Closest thing I've had to snow. What? I think it's worth it. I think it was really great. It's the simple things like that. Or what the heck? Oh, top picks for me. Wow. Well, of course, Christmas Time in South Park got that one right. But why is it listing stuff that isn't Christmas movies? Okay, so what's popular Christmas movies according to this thing? Christmas action movies. Okay. Maybe the rest of this podcast is going to be just me, just losing my mind. Be kid. Didn't know they had that. That shouldn't surprise me. Let me see. Oh God, the Christmas Chronicles. Oh, Christmas of the Cranks. Saw that. Horrible, horrible movie. Not worth my time. It is as bad as everyone says. Oh, and then the Grinch movies. Besides the original, there's the Jim Carrey version. That's pretty good. And the Grinch. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna conclude the the Christmas movies discussion. Okay, because I should have known what I signed up for when it was Illumination. But knowing me, loving animation, I love to give things the benefit of the doubt. And I did watch the Grinch Illumination version. And let me tell you, I felt like I wasted my time watching that movie. Was it bad? No. Was it good? Maybe. It's probably better than a lot of their movies. And, I liked the design of the Grinch for that one. But I just felt like they were just trying to, just tug at our heartstrings and reach into our wallets. Thank God for Netflix and the other streaming services out there. So even if we waste our money, it's only $8 now at most and $8 at least and 20 at most. And that depends if you do the bundles and whatever. So, okay, that was easy, right? Anyone can do it. Make a podcast. Just did it in time for the holidays. Might sound a little different because I'm not doing that big bass voice that everybody seems to know me as, right? And so, okay. I hope I get some pretty good presents this year, and I hope I do have a better year. Really do. Um, yeah, I really hope things do get better for everybody and me. Um, and I think like in the last one, I don't really like to tell people how they should watch my stuff. I really don't like people who do tell you how to enjoy something. And so, a lot of things that happen in my videos, maybe, I don't know, if you like it the way it is, good thought, good insight, good insight. So, I think a big thing about, cutting ties with people that you think are good for you, but they ended up really holding you back. And I think for a big part of me, I don't want to like mess up anything in the future. And so I've spent pretty much this year, just improving myself. And it seems like you learn a lot of stuff on how you've done wrong. And so what I do want to happen, I'm hoping that maybe I could gain, just basically prove myself that I don't really need to be carried, and that no, maybe everything that I've done will be worth it, and that maybe I can uh get like a bigger, better degree, and then hopefully, and of course, how can I almost forget to remind you to pet your pet, your cat, your dog, your ferret, your hamster, your guinea pig, your turtle if you have it. Let me see what else. Your bunny, anything really. Just pet your pet, please, for me. So, I'm actually wondering what's gonna happen in 2024. I wonder how big. I wonder how what kind of things are gonna happen. Um, and I do hope that things do are going up, and that that this time I can face things head on and just not avoid things anymore, and maybe I can maybe be and maybe just help and do the best that I can do. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting what happens now, huh? But hey, knowing that I've pretty much have done my own thing, and that I don't need to be carried as much as people believe that I did, because who knew anxiety can really, really mislead people, huh? But yeah, so anyways, this hasn't been really bad. I know it's a bit of a mess. Hopefully, you finally have gotten enough time to open your presents that you're dying to have. Happy holidays. Stay safe. And it's gonna be one hell of a time. Alright then. This is Jack Wonderland Frost. And I will see you again whenever that is. And this will not be an eternal goodbye.